Aloha everyone and welcome back to the CO2 Rundown. I'm your host Chad Owens. Happy hump day. Yeah, I got a little collared shirt on, feeling a little proper for you guys. I'm gonna golf this afternoon, so I'm just getting ready for that session. Anyway, look, lots going on in the sports world. Obviously, the Olympics is happening out in Tokyo. It's been underway. We got something special we need to talk about with that. So like we always do, you know what it is. Let's dive on in to the CO2 Rundown. Today's Olympic coverage is brought to you by Aloha Termite and Pest Control and Hawaii Honda Dealers. Woo! Look, congratulations to Carissa Moore for winning the first ever women's surfing Olympic gold medal. You know, this is huge. Talked about it on Monday, and here we are. I kind of anticipated Carissa getting it done, but like you guys have probably seen and heard, the Olympics has been maybe this Olympics more than others has given people anxiety, a lot of pressure. And I talked about that pressure on Monday. And even Carissa, even John, that was, going out in their first heat, they had to sort of get over that little hump, right? And look, she was able to get over that hump, battle through, find her groove in a surf break that's unfamiliar, that the wave size isn't as prime and as big as she's used to surfing. And we all know the type of surf that we have here in Hawaii. But she was able to weather that storm. Just like in any other sport, any other game, the great ones, they can weather the storm and make the plays when they need to make the plays. The great ones step up. And Carissa Moore is the greatest in the world. And coming from Hawaii, a Hawaii-born surfer representing the United States, representing this country on the biggest stage, that's something very special. Very special. And she stamped her legacy in the history of surfing, and she is a living legend. So congratulations, Carissa Moore. Can't wait for you to bring that gold home. I know there's going to be a lot of people anxiously waiting to congratulate you. The pressure to perform on a team is one thing, feeling that pressure. But on the biggest stage, like the weight of the world, right? Because the weight of the country is already on your shoulders. And in the world, you know that the world is watching you. There's a huge expectation. And for Simone Biles, the expectation was the biggest it's ever been. Right? Former gold medalist. Expected to win this year's gold. Expected to bring it home one more time. But she had to walk away. She wasn't at the right place mentally. A lot of other things going on, out of rhythm, out of sync. Micromanaging a lot of other things. And she had said that she felt like the sport that she once was doing for herself, she felt as if she was now doing to please others and to fulfill the expectations of others, as opposed to fulfilling her own expectations. In sports, that's what it's about. We all, as athletes, have our standard of excellence. We have our own expectations we set out for ourselves. And the moment that there's a shift, athletes feel it. You feel when you're out of rhythm. And so she chose to walk away because she wasn't fit mentally. And mental health is the most important thing, not just for athletes, but for any human being. If your mental health isn't on par with you can't do anything. You can't go to work. You can't be successful at that job. And in sports, if you ain't right up here and you don't feel it, you are definitely not going to perform to your standard of excellence. And so it's unfortunate that, this has happened, but it's a reality. And it's something that not only she has dealt with, but former. Like Naomi Osaka came out and talked about it, right? Michael Phelps backed her up and said that his, the pressure of that. You win one gold medal, following up with a second. A third, man, everyone's just expecting you to win now, right? The world is watching. And maybe these things haven't been talked about as much before, but they're definitely being talked about today, and it needs to be. All right, mental health is a serious issue, and it's not just at the pro level. Collegiate athletes go through it. High school athletes go through it. We've all been going through it now because of the pandemic. And so let's, shoot out a couple of prayers, for her, and that's to me, that's the ultimate goal, right? Is to have your mental health, and just wishing her nothing but the best, good luck, and whatever it is that happens after this. We may not see her back at another Olympics, but she's got plenty of things going on outside of sports. Huge advocate for a lot of things, and wish you nothing but the best. Today's Olympic coverage was brought to you by Aloha Termite and Pest Control and Hawaii Honda Dealers. All right, this is definitely, it's been a hot topic, but now the details about vaccinations in sports, colleges, the requirements of that is pretty. It's going to become a standard, right? Stephen Tsai has a few articles in today's Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Number one, talking about vaccinations in general, right? About people having the choice and their preference, whether they want to get vaccinated or not. But in the sports world, all right, the Mountain West is going to be, highly dependent on coaches, players being vaccinated. Although there's a choice, but it's gonna cause segregation, separation, division. And that's the number one thing we cannot have in a locker room, in a sports team. You cannot have division. If you're vaccinated as an athlete, you're going to be okay to go to meetings and do all the things in person without a mask, with as normal as we were prior to the pandemic. But if you're not vaccinated, you have to wear masks everywhere within the facility, school grounds, locker rooms, everywhere. So that I got a mask on, you don't have a mask on, division. Oh man, he's not vaccinated. He's selfish. He's an individual. All of those things are going to come up. And also, the schools were paying for it. Now, you can get the vaccination for free. And if you're not vaccinated, you're going to have to take 3 PCR tests weekly. And guess who's paying for that? The athlete. And the biggest, sort of story about these choices right now, and I talked about it last week, I believe was Washington State's head football coach, Nick Rolovich, who decided to not get the vaccine it was recommended, highly recommended, that they take it, all coaches and players. And he opted out, his choice. But now, because of that, he couldn't attend the Mountain West Conference, the Pac-12 Conference media days, right? We just had the Mountain West media days. Pac-12, he couldn't attend. So, controversy. It just stirs up a lot of negative talk from administration, athletic director, head coaches. Is he fully bought in? There's all sorts of things that come up because of this situation. So, we don't know what's right, what's wrong. A lot of people have their personal opinions. And Stephen Tsai has a great article about the vaccines and views on that. So you guys definitely need to go check out that column in today's Honolulu Star-Advertiser and let us know. We want to know what your preference is, right? Do you care? Do you not care? And, in the sports world, I feel like, and they feel like the safest play is for everyone to be vaccinated. That way we can all be in person, no mask, doing our things with no worries. And if that's the rules, then that's the rules, right? If you want to be part of the team fully, if you want to, show that you are a team player, that's because that's the way they're looking at it. All right? I'm not going to give my personal opinions on it. But look, go ahead and check out Stephen Tsai's articles. Again, in today's Honolulu Star-Advertiser, let us know what you think. Just a little FYI, the in-person Career Expo is back next Wednesday, August 4th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Neil S. Blaisdell Exhibition Hall. All attendees must, and I'm going to say must, show proof of vaccination or a negative COVID-19 test result. Pre-register today at hawaiicareerexpo.com. And that is it for today's show. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Go enjoy something this afternoon, man. After work, man, go to the gym, right? Go do like a little recovery thing at home, stretch, relax. I know I talk about resetting, relaxing, and all that over the weekend, but it's also important to do the same each and every day in preparation for your next work day. So thanks again for tuning in. I love you all, and I'll see you guys come Aloha Friday.